Hi, hello, and how are you? I just thought I'd stop by a minute just to say hello and see how y'all was doing. We're doing pretty darn good over here. Um, I'm supposed to be doing laundry. Well, I am doing laundry. The machine is going and the dryer, so I am doing laundry. They might be ready to be switched right now, but I had to stop in here because I wanted to sew something. And so this is what I made. This is a coaster. It's like a pretend pumpkin, but it's like for fall, a fall coaster. And so my daughter-in-law's getting this whole house just fixed up for fall. It just looks so pretty. I'm having a whole house makeover. But anyhow, I'm gonna make some. I've only made one right now, and I'm not sure that they're all gonna be just exactly like this, but they might be sort of like this. But I'm gonna show you what I'm doing here. I'm doing the little crazy patch, like a crazy quilt thing. And let's see. Um, okay, I've got scraps of fabric. I was just looking for. Oh, never mind. Okay, I've scraps of fabric. I'm using this. See, I cut this little piece out as like a pattern for the stem, but I made it kind of long. I think the next one will be a little shorter. And so, but I want to show you how I do these. Now, I was just sort of looking for my little remote control where I can make this come in a little closer. But of course, knowing me, I can't find a diddly squat. I can't find diddly squat. Okay, so it's just going to have to be like this. This is just life in the fast lane. But I'm sure most all of you know how it is done to make a crazy patch, which we need to have. I picked out some fabrics scraps that are quite that I think are fall, kind of fallish. And so you need to start with a five-sided piece. So you need five sides. Let me see how we're going here. So I got five sides. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I got five sides here. So I'm going to put that right in the middle of this. I'm using a piece of flannel here because the flannel is, this has got flannel on the back too, but it's got flannel in between and then cotton fabrics on the top. And so, and that gives it a good, for being a coaster, you want it to be, have something that absorbs. Okay, so then you go by these five edges, and I go clockwise around them. So I first cut a piece, get a piece that's gonna, it's gonna go right here. So I'm gonna put it. It's gonna go right here. So I'm gonna flip it over here, stitch along here, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, thread, come on, go where you're supposed to go. Well, Elizabeth has run out of bobbin thread. So hang on, just like that, magic. It's now got bobbin thread. So I'll stitch along that piece, and thread there, and then I press that open. Okay, then I go to the next side, turn it clockwise, move that thing before I touch it, and then I'll pick another color, which I'll use this here brown piece, and I'm going to, now I want it to go along that edge, so that second edge of the, so I needed of the center piece, the 5-sided one. I guess you could do a 6-sided one too. I don't know. 5-sided is just all I've ever done. So then I make sure that's alongside that one, and I'm going to stitch along that edge. All right, now that one is stitched. All right, and so we'll press that one open. Stitch and flip, they say this is called. Stitch and flip. So now I did 2 sides of the 5. Now I'm going to go on the 3rd side, and I'll pick another one. Now this one I want it to go as far over as this one, as that second piece. And so I'm going to cut it to about that length. And so putting the right sides together, then I will put that right there. Okay, that should be good. Should be good enough right there. And I just do about 1/4 of an inch. Press that open. And then let's go with this dark color. Got most of, see, now I'm on this piece right here. So I want to take a piece about yay long, because I'm covering this and this all the way over to that. All the way over to that edge of that last piece right there. Keep in mind that I don't do tutorials. If you want, oh, I have a website or a YouTube channel that I love, 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 and she has made these. Although she made hers in a pumpkin shape, but basically the same way. And I think you all would like her because she does quilting, but she does affordable quilting. And she is so nice. She's just so nice. The site, the web, it's called Pin Cut Sew. And I don't remember her name, but she's got a name. And she's good. I love watching her. I just love watching her. And she's not like the fancy quilters, but she does fancy, what I call fancy quilting. Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece from this color, and yeah, it's called Pin Cut Sew, and she does a lot of sewing projects that I really, really like. I like her a lot. Okay, so I'm going to put that. See, now I'm on side 5. See, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. And I'm just going to sew that across there. And my thread broke. My thread broke, and so I'm going to re-thread. I think I've got some very inexpensive thread here, and so I do have it breaking every once in a while. But that doesn't bother me, I just re-thread it. Because you can spend an arm and a leg on thread. And I need both my arms and legs. So there we go. And so I have got inexpensive thread, but it's doing its job. It just breaks every once in a while. It's no big deal. I don't lose any sleep over that. Actually, I don't lose any sleep over anything. I get plenty of sleep. So there, now we'll press that one open and see how that is already. Now those 5 edges. Now if you only had a 4-edge piece, then it would just look like a log cabin or something. I don't know what it would look like. So then I keep going as long as I've got this batting showed. Now see, I'm just using a piece of flannel because I have flannel. And but if you've got like scraps of batting, you know, some lightweight batting, you can just, and I've got a 5-inch by 5-inch square here. That's what I started my batting. And I'm going to keep going around the clock now until I have all my, everything covered up. I mean that whole square covered up. Let's see what I'll go with. I'll go with this one. Let's see. And so I'll put this one, I want that one to be right there, so I'm going to cut this, and then I'll line it up. Make sure I line it up with that green piece that's in the center there. And then we're going to stitch right along. Now some people, when they're doing this kind of a crazy quilt, yeah, that's what they call this is crazy quilt. Some people will cut off this extra fabric underneath, you know, the extra pieces like this underneath. I just leave them there because this is a coaster and it doesn't mind having extra extra absorbency, so I just leave that in there. Okay, see, so now one more piece on this side will take care of that corner. And let's see, I want to take, I wonder if I can get a piece. Let me check and see what we have here. I want a piece of this orange. I got just, oh, here's some. There's some right there. I'm just going to take, when you got like scraps, then you just got a gold mine. Let me see what I think I might have did that wrong. No, that's okay. Yeah, I needed a little bit longer than that. You need a little bit longer than that, Elizabeth. Okay, just a minute. It's just scrap, so that's no big deal. That's still a scrap. Now see, I'm going to take that whole big old scrap and I'm just going to lay it across here so I know I have enough. But I'm going to cut off the extra so will go right back in my scrap bin. So that covers that up. Then I have just a little bit, tiny wincy bit right there showing of the backing. So I want to get a piece. I'll take another little piece of this green. I'm going to put that in there. There we go. Put that just right in there. Cover up that little spot. You know my arm, when I have my arm up there, it blocks the view. Try to move my arm. Okay, see, so then that's got that much covered. And I got a little piece there too. See, right there, it shows a little piece. So I think I'm going to need to have 2 more pieces of color in here. Let's see, what do I have over here that might be beautiful? Not be beautiful. I'm just going to use this here piece of brown, because this is autumn colors. And so I'm going to line that right up with that piece, that black piece right there. I'm just going to line that up right there. And it's wide enough to where it will cover that. Okay, and so then I don't have to have these pieces this big. Okay, and then the last piece, the last bit I have is this little corner right here that needs to be covered. So I'm going to put in there, is this one big enough? Yes, this one's big enough. That's what I will get another little piece of green, and I'm going to put that right there. There, now I have that whole square is covered that I started with. My whole foundation piece is covered, but then you see it's all petty wumpus there. So now I'll take my ruler. Well, I'm going to use this big old ruler. And I'll just use that. Maybe I won't use this big old ruler. Maybe I'll just use this little old ruler right here. And I'm just going to put that right along the edge of the square underneath. And then with my rotary cutter, I'm just going to trim off all that extra. See there? Then I'll go to this edge. Just go right to the edge. And do all the edges. So then I'm going to end up with a 5-inch square, just like I started with on my piece of batting. My flannel, which is my batting. There. Now see, these here scraps, they don't ever get thrown away. Now see what I have here? Now I've got the fall colors in the 5-inch square patch. So what I do then now is I want to make it into a, now all my, This isn't much of a pumpkin shape, but for me, it's good enough. So what I do is I'll just, now you can draw or get a pumpkin shape from somewhere and use it. And all of mine won't be the same because I just kind of round off the corner there a little bit. And round off this corner a little bit. Get my stuffing bag. See, so now it's kind of almost, but I want it to kind of go down here. I want it like give the bottom a little shape, just a little shape. And then I'm going to give the top kind of the same shape. But all pumpkins are not created equal. That's why when you go to hunt a pumpkin for carving, you go somewhere and pick up the best one. So see, now I have more of these 5-inch squares. That's going to now be the backing. And it says September, it's flannel. And it says September. So yep, that's going to fit on there good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the right sides together like this. See, so I got the I have the so I have the inside is on the inside, the outside's on the inside. Then I have this felt, and for the felt I'll just cut what I feel like is a stem. And again, we don't need all that fanciness of a pattern. I don't know. I don't do well with patterns. And so I'm just going to cut 2 of these, and I'm going to just make what I feel like might be a pumpkin stem. That's close enough for a pumpkin stem. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to just top stitch these 2 together. Just top stitch. Oh, you know what I'll do is I'll do, let's see, what should I do? Let's go with 19. It's kind of like a chicken scratch. Okay, so I just went around that. Now, if I was like smart or something, I would have put like orange thread in there. That's got pink thread. Oh, and the bottom has got, yeah, it's got that rainbow stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to stick this stem. I'm going to put that inside here like that. That's going to go in there like that. And now I'm going to stitch. I'll start right here and I'm going to stitch all the way around. I'm going to just plain stitch all the way around, but I'm going to leave a little gap in there because I'm going to turn it upside down. I mean inside out or right side, whatever. So I'm just going to go around now my pumpkin. Right? Oh no, that's good. I have to sew slowly when I'm going around corners and stuff, I have to take my time. Because that's one thing that I have plenty of is time. And it's best if you're sewing for a hobby that you just do it when you have time. Okay, now, and since my sewing is just a hobby, okay, then I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim some of this off here before I then turn it, because now I'm going to turn it. I feel like I did something wrong. I don't know why I feel like that. So I'm just trimming this. Okay, now I want to, that little piece that I left open, I sure didn't leave me much. Actually, I could cut a couple threads there and make myself a little bit bigger of an opening, because I'm going to now turn this whole thing inside out using my little opening there. And just start plucking that through there. Just poke it. Just poke it. A cup of coffee out of the way here. It's kind of tricky if you don't make a big opening, but I don't want a real big opening, because then I can't get my big opening fixed up to where you can't see the opening. So I'm pulling this in here, pulling this through. Come on, pumpkin. Work with me, pumpkin. It's moving right along, I'm telling you. It's moving right along. I'm a lonely little petunia in the onion patch. The onion patch, the onion patch. I'm a lonely little petunia in the onion patch. And all I do is cry all day. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. The air's so strong it takes my breath away. I'm a lonely little petunia in the onion patch. And all I do is cry all day. I don't really cry. The petunia. My cat's name is Petunia. She doesn't cry either. Now you see why I should have made that opening a little bit bigger. But it'll work, it'll happen. There, now look. See what's going on here? I sang my way through it. Where did I put my pokey thing? Elizabeth Marie, I swear this woman. I just had. Oh, Lord. Is there ever some time I can get on this machine and I don't make a mess or don't lose something? Here, I'll use this paintbrush handle. I just had a thing up here. Okay, so now I'm just poking my paintbrush handle in there to kind of get that whole thing turned into a shape that it needs to be. How'd that hole get there? Wow, that wasn't supposed to be there. That's okay. I know how to fix it. Now see how that looks now? You could actually stuff that and have a stuffed pumpkin. But see, I missed a stitch right there. And what I could do, what I would do, darn it, I don't want to pull this whole thing open again. I'm gonna undo this, but I'm gonna put this on pause while I do that because I gotta fix that piece. So I'm gonna put this on a little pause right here. There, I turned the whole thing wrong side outwards again. And before you start turning it inside out or right side out, then check the back to make sure as you stitched around you didn't miss, because right here I missed a little spot. I mean, it was off of the backing part, and so it left a little hole, and I'm not happy with the hole. So now I'll turn it right back, which now I made my entry hole a little bit bigger, so it won't be quite as much of a struggle. And we don't want to have struggling going on. So this way, it's a less of a struggle because I have a bigger hole. Okay, so now get that paintbrush handle again, and I'm going to just make sure I got the whole thing. Make the whole thing is turned inside right. Okay. See now? Move that cup of coffee back over there. Now I will press this. And there were the there, that stem is a little shorter, so I think that looks a little bit better. And so then I will just turn where I left the hole. I'll just fold. Well, I'll get that string out of there. I don't want that. Don't want that there. And I'll fold. I'm getting a little shaky. I think I should have ate something by now. And now I'm going to just press that. I'm getting that folded in there. And then I'll press that so it looks all professional and stuff, you know. We got to get things looking a little bit professional. Now, yeah, that looks good enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to top stitch all the way around. I'll just top stitch it real close to the edge, probably maybe a quarter inch, eighth to a quarter. Of course, that doesn't have to be perfect either, but that's what's going to close up the that's what's going to close up that opening where I turned it inside right. Now just go around. And top stitch the whole thing. Ow! Elizabeth, gotta watch what you're doing, girlfriend. You don't wind up sewing your finger. When a woman starts going senile, then she's got to be careful of needles. We're almost all the way around now. I've got this on slow speed for a reason. Everything I do in slow speed. Okay, now. Oh, there was my pokey thing I was looking for. It used to be an ink pen, but I don't write no more, so now it's just a turner outer, inside outer. Now I have this almost completed. See, but see how on this one I did some more stitching here. So all I did was just go, I kind of go from this side of the stem and go around, then this side of the stem and go around, and then one stitch right down the center. And that gives it more of a look of a maybe a pumpkin. So and so I just kind of go make it around. You can draw a line first, and then I don't go all the way to the middle of the bottom, just sort of to the middle. And then I go around again on the other side. And up to the other side of the stem. And then I'll go just a straight line down the middle. And that sort of quilts it together. And so these will work for Halloween, for fall, for the whole fall season, actually. So, and my daughter-in-law, she does so well with all her decorating. One day I'll give you, once we're all finished with getting things organized out there, I'll bring you for a tour into the main part of the castle. Me and Papa, we're in the north wing. Is this the north wing? Well, it's our bedroom. But now see, now I have two coasters. Now they're not exactly the same, not even exactly the same shape. But if you go to this girl, if you go to the pin cut sew channel, this girl makes these almost exactly like this, except she actually does a shape of a pumpkin. And I think she said she even has patterns that you can download for no charge. And so, I'm sorry I don't remember her name right now, but I like to watch her because she's got so many ideas. And I love to watch quilters, but a lot of quilters are real professional, and I'm not a professional quilter or nothing like that. But see, now I have two done. I need to make 6, so I need to make 4 more because there's always 6 at the dinner table. Some threads there. But see, I think they're pretty, and they're, like I say, you could even have a square pumpkin. Doesn't mean, I put a little shape by just rounding the corners a little bit and stuff, but that's about it. That's about it. And so that's what I wanted to show you today. Now I got to go back out to that laundry room and do the laundry. I got to finish the laundry. I got one more load. And so now, but for now, let's read something. We've got Louise Hay still sitting here. I've got a different chest of drawers I put in here this morning in this room, which I'm going to put my fabric in, trying to get it all in one place. I got stuff piled up you just wouldn't believe, my piles. I used to have piles all over. My mother, I remember, just when I said that, I remembered my grandmother. She would complain of her piles. I'm not sure what that meant. Was that hemorrhoids? I'm not sure. I just thought of that when I said my piles. But I had piles all over the house. Now my piles have graduated to 2 rooms. This bedroom and one other bedroom. The rest of it, I gave them the family. I gave them all the permission in the world. Just do whatever you want out here. Just do whatever you want. Just leave my bedroom alone. And so, and I figure, you see, right now the two babies, Kaya and Arya, they're 7 and 2. They are sharing a bedroom, but there's going to be another bedroom one day, and I figure that that other bedroom, it'll be emptied out and ready for Kaya when she's a teenager. So I got some time. She's only 2 now. All right. Now here I'm going to read this. It's in negative thoughts there. I am now willing to see only my magnificence. Choose to eliminate from your mind and life every negative, destructive, fearful idea and thought. No longer listen to or become part of a detrimental thoughts or conversations. Today, no one can harm you because you refuse to believe in being hurt. No matter how justified it may seem to be, you refuse to indulge in damaging emotions. You rise above anything that attempts to make you angry or afraid. Destructive thoughts have no power over you. Guilt does not change the past. You think and say only what you want to create in your life. You are more than adequate for all you need to do. You are one with the power that created you. You are safe and all is well in your world. See there? I needed to hear that one today. I needed to hear this one. So I like when I just open the book and find something and just read it, because books like this, things like this, just you hear things that you're meant to hear. So with that, I'm going to ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and make you a little crazy patch like that. And you can make, like when it comes to maybe like Christmas, maybe I'll cut a shape of a tree, a Christmas tree, and put a little stem in like this, the Christmas tree. And then I'll use Christmas colors and make coasters with the Christmas colors. The options are endless. I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe and sound, keep you happy and healthy, and know that I love you and God loves you. Okay, bye-bye.